everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So today's reading is inspired by, once again, the Royal Grift, who was covering the recent censorship activities of the UK and the globalists. So apparently, the big brouhaha now, they're claiming, the communists, globalistic Democrats in the US and the UK, they're complaining that Grok, the AI chatbot thing, they're claiming that it can take a picture of someone, particularly, and recreate it to make it look like they're nude, like they're not wearing any clothes. And so now this is an emergency right now, suddenly. I mean, how long has Grok been around? And so instead of saying, shut down Grok until you fix this or whatever, instead they're like, Starmer is saying, no, we got to shut down X from the UK. We got to get Ofcom involved. So they really want Ofcom to become the world censor. I mean, you can see this. This is the Orwellian, what is it, the Ministry of Truth. They're really pushing Ofcom. We don't care about Ofcom. Take your Ofcom and shove it. It only means something to you, on Starmer. So, but they're making a big deal about this. And they're saying that Ofcom can decide to cut the UK off. And this is all Starmer behind it, like everything else, all the censorship, as TRG has covered, CCDH and George Soros, all that. But I was wondering, and then on one of the replies to this tweet made me laugh. This is the picture cover for this video. Says they're getting all hysterical about the fact that you can make an image of somebody wearing a bikini in ChatGPT. I mean, it's just all ridiculous nonsense, and I wonder, why does Starmer want to do this to his own people? Right? He's British, correct? I mean, I've heard that the globalists don't think that they don't recognize the country where they're from. But it's still their own people, and they still treat them like dirt, like enemies. Like he's harming his own people. He wants to cut his own people off from social media and censor them and put them in prison for tweets or posts. And, we got the same problem with American globalists as well, like Bloomberg and Bill Gates and all the other associates of theirs, and Meghan and Harry, or Meghan in particular, is the traitor of that couple group. But of course, Harry is the traitor of the UK. But hi, Tiger Eye, how are you? Yeah, he is an evil woman. Yeah. But I'm wondering, why is he destroying his own country? Why is he causing his own people to suffer? Why would you do that to your own people? Your own country that made you, that educated you, took care of you, fed you, supported your entire family generations before you, and yet you're gonna turn around and destroy it. It's like they all turned into George Soros's. I mean, this is what George Soros does. I mean, that guy's a Satanist, without a doubt. And all of these people under him, all of his little WEF buddies there, they're all like little mini George Soros's. And I don't know if they become demonically possessed, or there's some brainwashing at that one young leaders. How is that those one young leaders? They all come from the same place. Jacinda Ardern, Justin Trudeau, Macron. They all come from that WEF school. So there's some kind of, I don't know, brainwashing or possession going on, demonic possession or something. And I'm sure Stammer's from the same schooling. And they turn against their own people, their own families, their own friends, their own neighbors. They turn against them and just destroy. They're doing everything they can with this mass migration and replacement population theory that's created by the UN. It's in their documents. They're trying to claim it's just a conspiracy theory. It's in the UN documents. They brag about it. It's part of their Agenda 2030. Same with the, everything else. So, but I'm just wondering about Starmer, who is doing everything he can to hurt his own people. I'm wondering, is it just money and power? Like he thinks he's going to be the dictator of the UK for the rest of his life, and he's going to like why is he brainwashed? Is he demonically possessed? I mean, what is really driving this deranged man to destroy his own people and his own land and just harm the people that he's supposed to be protecting and helping to flourish. Instead, he's attacking his own people. He's letting all these migrants in and trying putting them in prison for a tweet, like I said. Now he wants to cut X off from them. He doesn't even want you to be able to talk to each other. And so, why is that? Why is he trying to destroy his own country, his own people? He's gonna have nothing left, because if he all of his people die and are gone, you're gonna be left with all the Somalians and whatever else you have in there. And do you think they're gonna listen to Starmer? You really think they're gonna take Starmer as a leader? I mean, Starmer will just be killed. It's like he's destroying his country, and then what's gonna be left is gonna kill him. You know what I mean? Or I guess he plans on moving to an island somewhere or something. That's to look at this. Like, what's really driving this deranged lunatic, this obviously evil, deranged, traitorous, mentally ill, megalomaniac, diabolical villain of a dictator here who is killing his own country and his own people, his own relatives. Wow. Why is he doing this? What is really driving him? And was he brainwashed by the World Economic Forum? Was it a brainwashing thing? They really seem like that they're controlled. Maybe they got nanotechnology in them and they're like mind controlled from afar. I heard that could happen. Yeah. And how does Soros affect him? Is he controlled by Soros? I'm gonna look at Soros's influence. George Soros's evil satanic son. And they're all satanic too, which is unbelievable. There's definitely very much a lot of evil involved in this, a lot of evil spirit, a lot of spell work, and of course they play it up. I think they enjoy bragging about it. They're definitely anti-Christian. They hate Christians. Oh my goodness, want them all dead. So many Christian churches have burned to the ground in the past 5 years. Never mind in Nigeria, how many Christians have been killed, tens of thousands. That's why Harry and Meghan went there to have a victory tour, I believe. Yeah, so let's see. Starmer. Starmer. Who's Jesse Cecil Bartz? I don't know who that is. Is that someone with Starmer? Why is he destroying his own country and his own people? Starmer. One Young Leader, I think it was called, right? Is that the name of the place? Where they get trained, all these people got trained in, where they get put in. Oh, look what just slipped out. Look what just slipped out. Seven of Swords, the criminal. Wow, he's wearing all black like Antifa. Uh-huh. They work for all of them. Strength reverse is flipped out, maybe making everything out of control, having no self-control, being controlled. Very criminal organization. Yeah, he's definitely a criminal. They're all criminals, every last one of them. Why is he destroying his own people? It's only going to end up destroying himself. That's what I don't think he seems to realize. I mean, I'm sure that he thinks he's not going to be destroyed. If you destroy your own people, you have no support left. You're done. You're done. No power. Everything's going to go away. I think he's destroying his own power base. The only power he has is the people that he represents, and he doesn't not going to have any left. He's going to be the loner out there. They think getting rid of all his people is going to do something for them. Yeah, it'll destroy you. Wait, you succeed, you'll see what's coming. Anyone with half a brain can see it. You're not brainwashed. All right, let's see. I think that's enough. Starmer. Why is he destroying his own country, his own people? Why is he doing it? He's suicidal. He just doesn't care anymore. He wants to be destroyed and take everyone with him. Let's find out. Maybe he was rejected by some girl in college and now he vowed revenge on the world. Maybe he didn't get into Oxford and he was angry about it, thinking getting revenge. What's going on? Why is Starmer destroying his own people, his own country? For entertainment purposes only. Let's see what the cards show. I'm using the Golden Girls deck this time. I thought a bunch of old ladies, a bunch of old women, sir, would be a good representative of him. He's such a joke. Anyways, Seven of Cups. So this is him. So I'm getting this not thinking. I'm getting a real brainwash vibe. This is the character that played Betty White. I don't know if you ever watched The Golden Girls. Remember how she was like the dumb one, the airhead? Never knew what was going on. It was like she had dementia or something, but she was just really stupid. So this is what I'm getting for the base for who he is and how he thinks. Seven of Cups. So he's not a very bright man, and his head's in the clouds, and he's just very confused. I think he's drinking too much ayahuasca or something that he's taking as well, or maybe just drinks too much in general. But definitely not thinking straight. Definitely confused, muddled, uh, mess. Oh, and the magician. Wow. So of course, he has the power, been given the power by those around him, the globalists around him, but he's following orders. I would take it from this group. Major Arcana is like a group, like his criminal organization, which I see the globalists as World Economic Forum and all that. So I'm getting a brainwash vibe, though. I'm getting like he's not thinking for himself because his mind is mush. His mind is mush, and he's doing one thing after another, seemingly by himself, but in reality, not. I'm thinking from this. You love Betty White, yeah. She had an amazing career. I mean, she worked from her youth to she died. I mean, she was a popular actress. Very few people can claim to just work throughout, and especially in Hollywood, just be a success at every age range. So really phenomenal, really amazing woman. Actually, think about it, her career. Yeah, because a lot of you see what happens with these Hollywood actors, especially children actors. They usually turn out to be drug addicts, or they go broke. They're a mess. They drop out. You never see them again. They never get another role. They get too old or something. But not her. She was a model when she was young, and then young adult, and to adulthood, to even elderly age. She was working, working, working. She is loved by everyone. Yeah. Hmm. But the characters she played really dumb, right? She's just dumb, confused, wandering around, not thinking. But that's what Stammer is like right now. He's really a dumb man, doesn't really think for himself. Oh my goodness. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords. So seek and destroy. He is, of course, destroying speech, which is swords. His mission that he's been programmed to do, or is directed to do, influenced to do, is to, of course, destroy freedom of speech and destroy people's ability to get the facts and to find the truth. Especially, they're doing everything they can to prevent you from finding out what's really going on, who's really doing what. They want to hide everything, of course, all the criminals. And of course, this is also a card of conquering. This is victory, but this is like destroying everything, conquering through just killing everybody and destroying everything, the entire culture, everything. Just like they did in California with the scorched earth and Lahaina in Hawaii, just they're going to destroy, they want to destroy everything to build back better. And he is very much part of this. And he's not thinking straight. There's something wrong with his mind. He's programmed for sure with this magician. This magician is whatever is directing his mind, but his mind is not on. The lights are off in there. The bottom of it all, again, I get the strength reverse. This flipped out earlier. So I get from this, he's being controlled. Um, I get from this, I get to look at this as he's secretively controlled. Yeah, and you can see, look at this as the UK too, and of course the UK being turned upside down, being destroyed, and I also take this as the basis of Starmer's existence. He has no strength, no control over himself, and yeah, a real mess here. But of course, his job is to make a mess and be a mess, and to just easy to destroy everything, right? I mean, it's an easy job to do. What did the World Economic Forum's influence on him? Did they brainwash him? And I get 5 of Wands reversed. Wow. So 5 of Wands. So you see, they're all competing with each other for who can be the worst. So I see the bowling pins at the end as like Western civilization and all of our rights. And this is, him and George Soros and Bill Gates and Bloomberg and King Charles. And they're all deciding, they're all competing with each other to see who can destroy everything fastest, who can destroy everyone and kill everyone and replace everyone, take away all their rights, take away all of their food and their heat and everything else they can take away from you, everything they can destroy. They're debating. They're in a competition, a secret competition here. And I do think that's what the World Economic Forum School, One Young Leaders, or whatever it's called, they got together and they're competing with each other because I guess they get prizes, they get more money, they get more power for the better a job. So there's something motivating them. Like Jacinda Ardern and Justin Trudeau and Macron, they're being graded. They're still in school and they're competing with each other for who can destroy everything fastest. And that person will get a prize, I guess, from the other globalists, George Soros and the others. They'll get a prize from BlackRock. What's that guy at BlackRock again? They're ones at the top there, Bank of International Settlement. They're going to get a big prize from them for being the most destructive. So he's competing with other people. That's what the school did, besides brainwashing him, which I think he is brainwashed from the 7 of Cups. So what's Starmer expecting to accomplish? Oh, look at that. High Priestess. Secrets. So he's expecting to get away with this and erase everything so that nobody remembers. And like Bill Gates said, he can use AI and just change everything at the click of a button. He can change everything on the internet, every website, every social media post, every document out there. He can change. They can change what happened for anybody in the future that tries to look back and read like what happened, what were people talking about. They're just going to make whatever they want up. It'll just be like delete, or they'll delete what they don't want you to see. So he's expecting that no one's going to remember this in the future. It's all going to be like wiped from people's history and mine, and no one will remember what really happened. It'll all just be, everything he does will be, never exposed, like the contents of the Pfizer jabs. Nobody knows what was really in there. You only know about 40% of the ingredients. They have proprietary blocks on that. They still have not told anyone what was really in those jabs, and so they're keeping a secret. All the pertinent, most important parts of everything. And Starmer is the same way. Is a lot. People are never going to find out unless they because they're going to destroy it so quick, and he's going to deny everything, and they're going to make it impossible for you to share information, because if you're caught sharing anything, then you'll just be sent to prison and or killed or whatever. So yeah, he's expected to cover up this history like it never happened. All this stuff, it's all going to be erased. Yeah, most of everything he can. So that in the history books, they'll say he was such a wonderful leader. If there are any history books, they'll probably be in a foreign language because there'll be nothing left. Yeah. Wow. So what's he worried about or not want, afraid of, not want? Oh, Wheel of Fortune. A lot of worries here. And of course, the Wheel of Fortune is how things are going to go that's out of your control. And of course, he's worried that things are going to get out of him and his globalists, World Economic, World Economic Forum buddies, like unexpected things going wrong and not working out. Particularly with the clouds, you see got clouds in here, and you think of the cloud, you think of the internet, social media. So he is concerned that things are not going to work out as they're trying to compete here to destroy as quickly as possible. So he is very concerned about that, panicking of what's on the internet, panicking of what people are sharing and talking about. Absolutely, paranoid AF. What's he hoping for his activities? Oh, I got the sun reversed. And there's Betty White again. That's him. Is Betty White in the beginning? Is Betty White here? And this is power. The sun is power. And he is hoping for more power and to obtain his goals here, to be a success, be the shining little World Economic Forum here. So it is a secret plan. So I think I get it reversed, meaning secretive. But he is looking for power, hoping for power, and he's being as secretive about everything as he can and hiding everything and censoring everything he can. And that is his main job, it appears. How does George Soros affect Starmer? What's George Soros's influence? Is it major? Oh, look at that. 9 of Pentacles reversed. So I get a minor arcana. He's definitely an influence, but not the main influence necessarily, or at least he's part of a group. So it's not that he stands out so much, but 9 of Pentacles is someone with tons of money, and he is very much a funder, a backer. And so he is an influence, but he's not a major influence here. Yeah. He did. I think didn't George Soros bankrupt the UK banks at one point? He did something there to disrupt the banking system, I know, at one point. So a lot of his thing is always with the money and going after the monetary systems and currencies. And of course, we know they want to destroy the UK current, economic system as well as the US. And they want to give everything over to make China the powerhouse, as George Soros said in that speech and TRG's video, which I've seen before. And Christina Freeland in that interview where George Soros is saying how he wants to destroy the US, and they're doing it slowly so they can give all the power to China, communist China, because they want to bring communism to the West, right? They want to bring the Chinese Communist Party system everywhere in the West. He didn't mention that part, that's part of the deal if you're going to empower China to be the most powerful. But Christina Freeland is now working in the UK for Zelensky. So she went from working for Trudeau, one World Economic Forum leader there, young leader, and now she's working for another one, Zelensky. So all George Soros connected, because of course she worshipped George Soros, was interviewing him there and wrote a book about him, I think. Christina Freeland, she's a real evil, crazy woman. She's always jerking around, can't sit still. People think that there was rumors that it could have been the vax that did that to her, but I don't think she actually took it. I don't think any of them took it. They all knew. But anyways, I digress. It's just all George Soros related all over. It's always the money. He's very much involved financially, secret financial dealings. I'd see with a 9 of Pentacles here. So he's a financial influence for sure in dealings. That's like a Starmer can't think for himself. He's not very intelligent, I'm getting here. So what's he got to do next? He is trying to close down X right now using the excuse of Grok making pictures of people with no clothes on. And I got 9 of wands. Oh, the battle is going to continue. So he might do it, actually. I was thinking this is like a wall going up here. Maybe he'll get kicked off of the platform. That would be nice. But I do see blocking here, putting up a barrier. So I do see them potentially, blocking the UK for a while. I don't, yeah, it's going to be a pretty stupid idea. But, again, it shows his destructive, hurting his own people again, because it's only going to anger his own people. But of course, there's other platforms, naturally, I know. But I don't know. I think he might, I see him putting up defenses here, putting up a lot of walls here, putting up a lot of problems. He's going to, if he doesn't completely shut off the UK from X, he's going to be causing so many headaches here with so many new. Him and Ofcom are going to get together with Imran Ahmed, make a little report, and Imran Ahmed, who's nothing but a British boozy. From now on, Imran Ahmed is the British boozy. So he's going to come up with a fake report, like the Bot Sentinel fake report, and say, "Oh, I studied your X, and your X isn't performing the way we expect it to. It's only responding, 10% of the time." So he's making up these numbers and accusing X of not doing what they want him to do. And it's like, well, who the hell are you, Imran Ahmed? You're nothing, nobody, little nada. Just shut up and go away. But anyways, yeah, I see him continuing this battle because Starmer is under orders now, secretive orders. And that's another thing that's secretive about this above him. The powers, major arcana, the powers that be that are controlling his mind, I think. And again, I get that with the high priestess. It's like unconscious and secretively controlling someone. I see that he is going to be, his duty right now, Starmer's mission now, because of his handlers, is to put up this wall up, put this block, the free speech, block the UK from seeing the videos and the information and the communications about what's going on in their own country, as well as around the world. And of course, he's jealous of Trump too. You got to add that in there. He's totally jealous that people love Trump. So it's another reason I think he wants to block everyone. And Elon Musk is good friends with Trump, so naturally he's going to go after Trump and try to make it look like, well, I'm not. He's trying to. Starmer's trying to pretend like he doesn't hate Trump, so he attacks Elon Musk, Trump's ally, their close ally. Anyways, kind of obvious. So in the long term, what's Starmer gonna do? Oh no, Starmer, things aren't looking good for you. I got the 5 of Pentacles. Somebody's out in the cold here. Somebody is going to be facing some really tough weather here. Very bad mistake for himself and business and finances there, because you cut off a major platform, you're cutting off a lot of business and business connections and people's ability to work. And it's going to cut his own office off, because him and his workers, where does he think they get their information from? And you think people are not going to make him pay for this. They're going to make him pay dearly. So he's going to suffer on account of this financially, and maybe, otherwise. I think I see a lot of problems coming up for him, trying to police X, trying to act like he's in charge of the world's speech when he's a nobody nothing. And so is Imran Nothing Ahmed, who should be banned from the country for good. Anyways, he has been, though, but he's still here, right? It's like he hasn't been forced to leave is the problem. He's banned from re-entering, apparently, is my understanding. So that means he's going to stay here until he should be forced out. Anyhow, but he married an American woman, apparently, so he anchored himself here. All these criminals, the worst terrorists, they always find an American woman to marry, and then they're doing these horrible things. There's another one named that Dinesh guy. He's another one like that. I seriously think it's pre-planned. I strongly suspect it, because otherwise they would have been kicked out of the country by now. But anyhow, yeah, Starmer's in tough shape here, though, for him. Never mind Imran. I was thinking of Imran. But Starmer, yeah, he's going to be weathering some bad news. It's going to be tough on him. He is going to get more abuse than ever, and it's going to harm his health. This is a card of ill health. And I think that I've heard that there's some Now, it's probably fear mongering because the globalists want us to think that there's a new scary virus every month or so. So now the latest scary virus is a really bad flu. And I don't know if it's really as bad as they say, but I'm hearing from people who I, in the freedom movement, the like Dr. Emmanuel and others are saying it's real. And, doctors actually see patients and they're saying it is real. So that could factor into this, the harm it would cause because people wouldn't be able to, if Britain isn't on Twitter, then they're not going to be able to get health news out or emergency news out. And that could not only harm, it will harm people's health and healthcare and whatnot. And you know how important healthcare is to the globalists. They want to make sure they can scare you about the latest health scare, right? You got to be on social media for the government to scare you properly. So Starmer's kind of ruining that. So I don't think it would last long if it happened, or else he's just going to make a bunch of headaches and making drama for himself in the media with wands. I think Starmer wants to look like he's a tough guy here. Like, I'm going to stop Twitter. That's it. Twitter X. I'm a hero. But he's only making himself look more like a loser who needs to be kicked out of office. That is what I see. He's the world's worst loser leader. I bet. Really terrible. They can't even, pretend like they're real leaders. He's absolutely brainwashed and deranged and competing with the other one young leaders here, making a jerk out of himself and, um, yeah, hungry for power. Yeah, power hungry. And it's not going to help him. He's not getting more power. He's going to get less and less power as time goes on. So there you have it. That is what I see for why Starmer is destroying his own country, his own people, destroying the Western world, helping to destroy it. So I hope you found this interesting. So please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.